Welcome to the Garage, hosted by myself and my spirited sidekick friend right here named Bone. This channel is your go-to for truth, practical advice, and empowering knowledge, all delivered with a little humor. Me and Bone bring a wealth of wisdom and credibility, while Bone tries to keep things lively. We break down complex ideas into simple, actionable steps with a little bit of laughter along the way. Whether you're looking for self-improvement tips or life-changing insights or just to have a good time, we've got you covered. So let's talk about a few things. First thing we're going to talk about is 811. 811 is a nationally recognized phone number that you call before you dig. And you probably wondering, what is the importance of 811? It is to find out where the underground utilities are before you do any type of excavating or any, like I said, any type of digging. So the things you want to call 811 for is to find out where your water line is, gas line, cable TV line, or more importantly, electrical line. Yeah, I looked at him because he electrocuted himself, and that's why we know about 811. Yeah. So if you don't call 811, you can get electrocuted like Fulio right here. But some of the other things can happen are utility damages. You can be fined. You can cause service interruptions, but more importantly, you can cause death. Yeah, you can die from hitting one of these utility lines. So if you're confused about the 811 process, or are you confused about just underground utilities in general, this is what you can do. You can reach out to Ground Vision. Ground Vision is a utility locating and CCTV inspection company. Their email address is groundvisioninc at gmail.com. Again, their email address is groundvisioninc at gmail.com. Let me spell it for you. GroundVisioninc at gmail.com. So reach out to Ground Vision, email them, and they will answer any of your questions regarding 811 or anything about underground utilities. Moving on. So I want to tell you guys about a business adventure. Pay attention. So I called Bone a few months back and I said, look, Bone, we got to figure out a way to make some money without physically always having to go do something. And he got to work, and not even 3 or 4 days later, Bone called me back with a great idea. It's called a virtual dispensary. That's right, virtual dispensary. And yes, you did hear the word dispensary. So, yes, I'm talking about cannabis. So, some of the advantages of having a virtual dispensary: if you're a customer, 24 hours, 7 days a week, you can order products from anywhere. From anywhere. I don't care where you are in the United States, you can order these products and you can have it shipped anywhere. Think about that. You can be going on a vacation to Florida and you live in California and you know you don't need to be taking no cannabis through the airport. Just order the product online, have it shipped to the address where you're going to be staying at in Florida, and when you fly down there, your product is there. Can't beat it. But the biggest thing about being a customer, the biggest advantage, I think, is no face-to-face interactions. Think about this. If you are a teacher, doctor, lawyer, or better yet, one of them old, them politicians who, most politicians, they ain't doing things right anyway. You don't want everybody to know that you smoking cannabis. So guess what? There's no face-to-face interaction. Nobody knows what you're doing because you're ordering it online and it's just shipped to your address in a package. Nobody knows what it is. So you can't beat that. Now, let me tell you this. If you're owner of a virtual dispensary, it's an advantage too. Think about this. See, I'm an owner. He's more of a customer. I'm trying to make money. He's just trying to smoke. But to each his own, to each his own. But if you're owner of a virtual dispensary like me, no overhead costs. You don't have to worry about paying the lease every month. You ain't got to worry about paying the utilities like the water bill, the light bill. You ain't got to pay for them security guards. They got to be at the front door. Then they got to have a security guard on the inside. You probably wonder how I know all this because Bone tell me he go to the dispense. Well, he used to go all the time, but guess what? Don't have to go no more. Virtual dispensary. But the biggest caveat to having a virtual dispensary, I think, if you're an owner, is increased reach. And what I mean by increased reach is if you have a storefront is great, but only so many people can buy your product because either they live in your area or they're driving to you. When you have a virtual dispensary, people can live anywhere in the United States and order from your store. You cannot beat that. They can order anywhere from the United States and they will get their products and you get paid. So if you want to own a virtual dispensary, all you got to do is email Bone. Yes, email Bone. You got to make sure you of age and answer a couple questions. And then he'll send you all the information you need. You're going to email Bone at thegorage@gmail.com. That is thegorage@gmail.com. And let me spell it for you. TheGorauge@gmail.com. So if you want to own a virtual dispensary, email Bone at thegorage@gmail.com. Can't beat it. Now, moving on. We're going to talk about the table of truth. And the table of truth is when we bring a person or a product or even a destination like a resort or a place. And we bring it to the table of truth and expose it for whatever we want to expose it for. So this week, we're bringing Anthony Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers to the table of truth. That's right. Anthony Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers. We're bringing you to the table of truth. And this is what you need to know. And you know what? They don't call him Anthony Davis. He's better known as AD. AD, you made a comment maybe about a week or so ago or a while ago. You made a comment talking about y'all need more, you need another big man and all that. Let me tell you something, AD. You're already showing poor leadership skills. Let me tell you something. When you about to go to war, and I don't mean literally war, but I'm talking about in sports. When you about to go to war, you look at your troops and you got to motivate them. You got to get them to believe that they can win. It's not about always having the best. It's about being the best at the right time, AD. You got to be able to motivate your troops. And all you did was show that you don't believe in them. So if I'm them, why do I want to play with you and you don't even believe in me? Poor leadership skills, AD. You shouldn't have made that comment publicly. So now that me and Bone have brought you to the table, and you've been served, hopefully what you've digested doesn't get you constipated. And I mean that. Moving forward. The last thing we're going to talk about is what? Oh yeah, I forgot. We're not going to talk about is health tips to die by today. But we are going to talk about what we call let's help each other. And it's simple. Let's help each other is when what you do is, well, let me back up. It's we call it let's help each other, but you have to do something and then I'll do something. What you have to do is you're going to email the thegorage@gmail.com and we're going to help you. You're going to email us telling us what you sell, what it is you do, your business, whatever it is. Email me and Bone and we're going to advertise it right here on the channel. We're going to blow you up. We're going to let people know about you. We're going to help you out. And then you know what you're going to do for me and Bone? All you got to do is like the channel, subscribe to it. And if you don't even want to do that, just do me a favor. Share the channel with somebody. Just because you don't have an interest in it, somebody else might have an interest. So yeah, help us out and share this channel, The Gorage. Until then, we will see y'all in a few days. You gonna say something finally, Bone? Please say something to the people. Here we go with that. You know what? Bye, y'all. See y'all later.